This story is called The Invisible Leash. Leash. Good job. Invisible. Can you say invisible? All right. Ready to go, Zach? Emily asked her friend. It was Friday and the rest of the kids were already racing home from school, excited for the weekend. And Zach shook his head. He just wanted to be alone. Okay, but let's hang out at the treehouse later, Emily said, leaving him at his desk. The only thoughts in Zach's mind were of Jojo. As he slung his heavy backpack over his shoulder and slowly headed home. This weekend, Jojo wouldn't be there. Jojo had been Zach's best friend in the whole world. They played frisbee on the weekends, and together they hiked the hills and trails near Zach's house. And when the moon was full, they howled together as it smiled down upon them. Noah, can you howl at the moon like a wolf? Ooh. What sound does the wolf make? Ooh. Good job. Ready to howl with me? Ready? Ow. Oh. Can you howl again like a wolf? Ooh. You're too cute. Daddy. Dada. Yeah, I'm Dada. Noah. Yeah, you love your Dada? Okay. Mom and Dad tried to cheer Zach up with his breakfast rainbow cupcakes. But Jojo wasn't there to steal the very last bite. Cupcakes aren't the same without Jojo, Zach said, and pushed his plate away. We'll adopt another dog as soon as you're ready, buddy, Dad reassured him. But Zach wasn't interested. No, the dog, Dad. Never. I just want Jojo back. And Zach stomped off. When his bedroom door slammed, it shook the whole house with sad. Before dinner, Emily came by to see if Zach could play. Hey, what's wrong, Zach? Why didn't you meet me at the treehouse? Come over. Emily tugged playfully at Zach's arm, and they began to win their way through the neighborhood. But Zach dragged his feet, and Jojo died this week. He got old and sick. Now I'll never see him again. Not ever. He started to cry. Emily understood. It's okay, Zach. I cried so hard when Rexy died too. But then I heard the news. Zach was curious. What news? Emily had a spark in her eyes. Oh, just the very best news ever. Rexy and I will always be connected. Emily continued. Just like you and Jojo. Huh? Zach blinked. That makes no sense. How can you be connected to someone that's gone? Emily held out her hands. Because they're not all the way gone. See? Zach squinted and stared. Noah! But he only saw the air. Are you playing a trick on me? Because I can't see a thing. I know. But the invisible leash is the realest thing in the whole wide world. Zach, when our pets aren't here anymore, and an invisible leash connects our hearts to each other forever. Zach folded his arms across his chest. I only believe in things I can see. And a sudden gust of warm breeze blew right through Emily's hair, and she laughed. But Zach, don't you believe in the wind? Even if you can't see the invisible leash, you can feel it. That's what we found out the night that Rexy died. Zach was getting annoyed. There's no such thing as an invisible leash. Grandpa said his grandpa told him about the leash when he was a little boy, and his dog Louie died. He said it stretches to the place beyond where our eyes can see, all the way to where our pets have gone. Yeah, right. That's totally impossible, Zach laughed. Even though nothing felt funny, none of this seemed like it could be real. But, how he wished it could be. How could Rexy have an invisible leash? She's a cat. You never walked on her on a leash. Not when she's alive, but when she's an invisible leash now. Just like my sister's bird, Cuckoo, and my brother's hamster, Fred. Well, Jojo didn't really like his leash. He loved running free. And Zach figured he'd stumped Emily this time. But she still had an answer. It's not a leash that ties our bodies. It's a leash that connects our hearts. When you love an animal and they love you back, that gives the invisible leash the magic power of infinity to stretch from here all the way to the beyond. Zach wants to know more. Where exactly is the beyond? Do you mean like another planet way out in space?
No.
There and everywhere, Emily answered. Grandpa says the beyond can be all around us. He said that we'd spend the rest of our lives learning that we feel the most important and truest things in the world are in our hearts and don't need to see them with our eyes. And that is what it means to believe. I wish I could believe, Emily. I wish that so much.
Yes.
Zach began to wonder as they watched the moon rising over the valley. He remembered how much he and Jojo loved the full moon. And when Jojo misses me, would I feel him tug the invisible leash, just like when I used to walk him? Yup, said Emily. And it works both ways. When I miss Rexy, I tug on the invisible leash, and sometimes I can even hear a purr. For real? Asked Zach, looking his friend in the eye. For real, answered Emily. And when she added, cross my heart, Zach knew how much she meant it. Warm winds swirled around the two friends, gazing at the evening sky. And frogs croaked and crickets started chirping as the stars began to gather. Soon a smile widened across Zach's face. Emily, what if Jojo and Rexy have been looking at the very same moon we're looking at? So they're with us right now. Oh, Zach, she jumped up. I never thought of that before. The very same moon? Now I feel Rexy tugging our invisible leash. This exact second. Zach had one last question. What does an invisible tug feel like? Like love, said Emily. Zach's heart started to feel all kinds of warm. Well, I think maybe I can feel Jojo tugging me from the beyond. Right now? Asked Emily. Very right now, answered Zach. They sat there for a long time with no words, and then, when it was time for dinner, they hugged goodbye, and the moon lit up Zach's pathway home. Later that night, Zach looked at the moon again, now glowing full and bright in his window. He was almost positive that he could hear the sound of Jojo beginning to howl, just like he used to. And so he joined in. And when they were done, Zach saw Jojo's sparkling brown eyes looking deeply into his. This did not feel like a dream. This felt real. And for the first time since Jojo died, Zach fell asleep happy. Some were even higher than the moon in a place called the Beyond. Jojo, Rexy watched their people, and Zach and Emily as they slept. And Jojo ran in circles and barked with joy. We love our people so much. And Rexy rolled on the grass, purring. When our people are happy, we feel happy too. The other animals were celebrating alongside them. And one day the children of the world would know the truth about their invisible leashes, which let their animals run free but connect their hearts forever. One day, those children would teach others how to believe in the things that they could feel, yet not quite see. It was the still of the night. Zach, Emily, and the rest of the world's children were now fast asleep in their cozy, comfy beds. And as soon as the moon smiled down upon them from high above, it lit up the millions and billions of invisible leashes, connecting them all.
No más.
You like the story?
Bo.
Are you ready to pray?
Bo.
You ready to pray?
Yes.
What you want to pray for tonight?
Ball.
Ball? And what else?
Noah's Ark.
And Noah's Ark, to bring the zoo to Noah's Ark?
The zoo.
Okay, and what else are we going to bring to Noah's Ark? Dream?
Yes.
And Daisy?
Cece.
And what else? And who else?
Noah.
And Noah, yes, of course Noah's going on the ark. What else? Daddy. Okay, and what else?
Dada.
And what else?
Noah.
And what else?
Noah.
What else do we bring to Noah's Ark? What?
Ball.
A ball. And what else?
Bus.
A bus?
Yeah.
And what else?
Zoo. Noah. Ark.
Oh, you're so silly, my
Dada.
little dude. What's up, son?
Dada.
Yes.
Dada.
Yes.
C-E.
Okay.
A-U.
I love you too, Noah. Oh, come here. Give me a hug. I love you.
Dada.
Yes.
Dada.
What?
Dada.
Okay.
Dada.
Yes.
No up.
Are you ready for dreamland?
No up.
You're too cute.